And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode, we're going to play An Unfamiliar World by Cosmic Fish Tanks. So these are handpicked locations from countries not usually seen in GeoGuessr. This is, I believe, the fifth game that I've done on this. We'll do this as a 2-minute no-move challenge. We'll invite you to play along. The play-along link will be in the description below. One quick thing, we're going to get into the Going for Gold and Going for World Record Series at some point later this week. I'm working on those games, I would say as we speak, but in the next, I would say, couple hours or so. So stay tuned to that. Games will be coming in the next coming days. So let's just get right into it. After a little bit there, we've got, ooh, what is that? Tem Select Kitchen, Adutech Enterprise Medical Supplies Importer and Distributor, Koika Jenny Pharmacy. Is this like Ethiopia? Could be. This could be Ethiopia. The School of Tomorrow. Okay. Would the School of Tomorrow be in Ethiopia? Perhaps. That's an interesting. It's a Volkswagen. So we got two Volts. Wait, no, Toyota and a Volkswagen. So it's pretty interesting. But I think, yeah, I think we're in Ethiopia. That's what I'm going to go for. Tenselet, and what is this? Adutech. Okay, so we're going to go into Ethiopia. Addis Ababa. Where would the School of Tomorrow be in Ethiopia? How tall is this building? Okay, now not too tall. It's a fairly tall building. Wait, hold on. What does it say? Is that A? I guess it doesn't mean anything, but yeah, let's just try here. You're like down here somewhere. 12 seconds to go. Got the kids in the background. Let's just see if this is it. The Vatican Embassy. So interesting. Okay, so hey, pretty good guess there. 1.6 miles, 4,992 points. So good, very good first round. We're actually close to the Embassy of Canada. As usual in these games, I'll come back to the end to give my reasonings on why I chose what I did and the actual street of where it's located. So that's that. Okay, so we've got Cyrillic script. What I'm thinking is Ukraine right off the bat, although this could be Russia. Not much here for me to go off of, but got some daffodils there. Got pretty flat land, so I'm thinking, if anything, it's Eastern Russia, or yeah, these poles here, these telephone poles look a little more towards the Baltic, actually, to be honest. So these homes. So what do I do here? Yeah, we got like a birch tree, so probably far, but unfamiliar. So maybe this is Belarus, right? So familiar. Maybe you're like Latvia. Yeah, this is the only country that wouldn't be. So maybe we're like up here towards northern Belarus in Golovchitsky or Rashnoni. Where would we go for? Maybe Yurevich. This probably looks good enough for me. I don't know if I need to spend much more time on this, but if this is an unfamiliar world, again, this is unusual locations. This could be Russia, but this is a photosphere, so not a Google map. Let's check the shoes. Where would these shoes be? Where are these shoes? What kind of shoes are these? Guy looks like he's wearing pajamas, but I won't judge. I'd probably wear the same thing if I'm walking down the street on a nice winter day. All right, so I'm just going to go for there and let's see where we are. Wow. All right. That's another great guess for me. 70 miles, 4,652 points. Got the right country on this one. All right, so that was a good one. Ivan the Terra bus. Okay, so we look like we are in Antarctica just by that. So now we got to determine, this is Google. I think this is Fort McMurtry. I could be wrong on this, but is that Fort McMurtry? There's a stop sign. This is okay. So this stop, this open water access fuel door, foremost. Ivan the Terra bus. Okay. Right. So we've got, let's say, U.S. I'm trying to look for anything identifiable. Okay, so the compass, that's north. So probably should start looking, huh? Crap. Now I gotta think. Shoot. So you come down here from the southern part. Oh boy. We're down here somewhere. Maybe we're not. Gotta be up here somewhere. Wish I knew where this was. Right. Should have been looking at this instead of messing around. That's if I mess up, this is why. Well, got the right continent, however. We're 2,000 miles, McMurdo. So I was right. How did I get that wrong? Just so far off. McMurtry, I think I said. McMurdo. I know most of you might get that one, but I didn't. So there we go. All right, so we got St. Joseph's International Catholic College, 100 years. Driving on the left-hand side of the road. Joseph's, St. Joseph's. Where would St. Joseph's be? I think on the left side. No, we're not. Can't even see what that says. Police is right there. Papua New Guinea, is that PNG? Maybe that's what it is. I think that is where we are. Melky War Renak. PNG, right? That would make sense. PNG. And yeah, we've got St. Joseph's. I wonder if it says in here. International Catholic College. Now we just got to find where in Papua New Guinea we are. Could be anywhere. Port Moresby. Okay. All right. So maybe this is where we are. It's going to be a fairly large city. So could we be over here, perhaps? But I just would go with the largest city on this one because I'm not entirely sure. Oh my God. I cannot believe this. This is just, I guess that's as lucky as I'm going to get. A great guess. 1.1 miles from the correct location. Wow. All right. So this is kind of made up for that Antarctic disaster. I would say it's a disaster. At least I knew where we were, but Yeah, so this is a trade-off, I guess, that I would take. Port Moresby International School, and we were at St. Joseph's International Catholic College. 1.1 miles, 4,994 points, I should say. And we've got, oh boy, Ivory Coast, I think. Yep, you got Ivory Coast. Is this, I was going to say football, but it's education, I believe. And the Residence Hotel. Un Comfort, Un Lieu. The Honorable Jeremy Nguyen. And okay, so maybe I would maybe we're here. Let's just drop here. Let's just see. This would line up. Let's just drop this down a bit. Williamsville. Are we up in Williamsville? So let's just see where we are. If we can, I know where we are, but to see if we get any clues. That's a big no smoking sign. It's interesting how the cigarette goes outside of it. 27 seconds. Always interesting. Politicians take off their coats, their sports coats or their jackets. I always find that fascinating. I don't think we're here. I think maybe we're up here. Yamoussoukro, although I'd probably change that and lost some points. But it's always interesting with politicians how they take off their coats. Now, I probably should stay where I was. 170 miles, not too bad. We'll go into this one. Yeah, politicians always trying to be like the regular guy, or as we call these, the regular Joe, the commoner, taking off their coats. I guess just for optics more than anything else. So we were in Ivory Coast in Aboisso at, well, it doesn't tell the street, but that's where we were. So if you want to go there, visit. Pretty straightforward. It's all Ivory Coast, and I guess it's French Côte d'Ivoire. I can't pronounce that. I'm terrible. But let's see what we got. 19,258. Not too bad. If I would have realized that McMurdo Station was due south of New Zealand, I probably would have gotten it. But having watched several videos of YouTubers that have left from the southern part of Argentina, I think is it Ushuaia? I think this is where you leave. They've got several. They come down to here. That's where my mind was. So that's, if you want to take a look at round 3, we'll go a little bit out of order here. Those of you that have played the game, thanks for tuning in. Those that want to stay and look at my rationale. Now, if I looked on here, maybe this would have seen, no, doesn't have a point on the map. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have gotten this unless I had a longer time limit, but clearly the whole, it was pretty easy for me to know that this is Antarctica from the map here on the Ivan the Terrabus. So that was the 3rd round. We already got the 5th round, and we'll go 1st, 2nd, and 4th. So the 1st round, a couple things on why this was Ethiopia. First off was I saw this text. So I saw it somewhere else. Where is it? Here. And I think over here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Along with this Adu Tech. Adu, just kind of thought I was in Ethiopia. I've seen this again from watching Baldwin. Was it Bald Bankrupt, Harold Balder, and Simon Wilson? Little familiarity with that. Yeah, School of Tomorrow. No, I didn't think that was in Ethiopia, but a couple things there. Didn't even see this here. But yeah, with that, it's fairly unique to Ethiopia. Why I went to the largest city in Ethiopia is just the fact that the buildings are pretty tall in this part of Addis. I always get it confused. Addis, I always want to say Adaba, but Ababa. So, so Ethiopia for the first round, pretty good guess there. The second round went off to Belarus from the name. Couple things with this. The name, I could tell that it was Cyrillic, so knew it had to be Ukraine, Belarus, Russia. But then, got to remember what game we're in here. An unfamiliar world. You're going to see Ukraine and Russia on many of the GeoGuessr games. And Belarus, you're not going to see much. Plus, it's a photosphere from a person. Likely that it was Belarus, especially I think what threw me more towards the north and west, excuse me, from Russia and Ukraine to Belarus was the fact that this tree here, not sure if it's birch, correct me if I'm wrong below, but a birch type of looking tree. That combined with a house like this and this reminds me a little bit more of the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. So I knew how to be fairly close in region to that. It's fairly flat. The electrical pole here, they all look the same in that part of the world. Don't know why. It just looks like a missing the bar going across. So Belarus there on the second round. And where were we actually? We were in Yanovichi. Okay, so close, very close to Russia, and not that far away from Lithuania or Latvia. So a great guess there. And the fourth round, we were in Papua New Guinea. One of my, I would say, insane guesses, but probably more on the luck side of anything, more than anything in this. A couple things in this. I originally had no clue, but this is my second or third. I think this is my second. It's probably my second round ever with Papua New Guinea. A couple things. I know that's a pretty big Catholic country in that part of the world, or at least there's a lot of Catholics or Christians. So that was the first thing. The second thing, I wanted to find out what this here. Couldn't make that out. Came over here, saw some of these palms and these. Are those bananas? No, it's a banana tree, but it looks like it anyway. But it's not. I saw again some English, but I saw PNG, and the first thing when I see PNG came to mind is Papua New Guinea, and decided based upon the roads, the buildings, you've got some graffiti. Not saying graffiti happens in locations that aren't large cities, but less likely, in my opinion. At least that's around the world. I don't see it as much in smaller towns and stuff. So I went to the largest city, Port Moresby, in Papua New Guinea, and just decided to drop it in a lucky location that I was not that far away from. We were about a mile away from, and we were on, was that Vavai Avenue. So Papua New Guinea, a country I don't know much entirely about, but looks a very interesting country, maybe perhaps to visit at some time in the future, but a far ways away from my part of the world that I'm in here in the eastern half of the United States. So with that said, hopefully you like this game. 19,258, not too bad. Pretty pleased with a lot of the rounds. Great guess there in the fourth round. Great guess in the first round. Fifth round, probably could have done a little better, but yeah, got that one. Second round. All told, this is a good game for me other than the Antarctic round that I kind of didn't have the time to look up and down. So if you like the video, hit the like button, smash that subscribe button if you haven't, if you're watching this, and hit the bell notification to update on the latest videos. Again, some games to come, working on those in the next couple days with a series of going for gold and going for the world record of United States no blurry. As always, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, cheers.